Hi everyone, it's Sarah Smith here, and I'm going to show you the automatic buttonholer on my new M7 Continental. A lot of the Janomes have this wonderful automatic buttonholer, and I thought it would be really fun to show you. As you can see up on the screen, there are lots of options, including wonderful round decorative tack stitches and eyelet buttonholes. We're going to go back up and just use the basic one. If I wanted to adjust it, fine-tune it myself, I could make the width of the sidebars, the tacks at the end, and the stitch length different, but I don't, so I'm going to stick with default and minimize that screen. I'm now going to come back over here and show you down here on the sewing table the presser foot. I have removed my regular presser foot. And the first thing I'm going to do is pop the button into the automatic buttonholer. I tuck that in here at the end, and I'm going to squeeze this up so that it's nice and snug in there. If I wanted to make the buttonhole slightly longer, I can use this little screw to adjust it to right here, so towards L for longer or S for shorter. That would depend on the thinness or thickness of your button. Then I'm going to use this stabilizing plate. We all know that the edges of shirts and collar stands can get very bulky. Here I've got a simulation of a button band with interfacing the extra layers of fabric and the button band. Slide the stabilizing plate underneath your presser foot. I'm going to then lock the machine so that I can come in and attach the presser foot. Next I unlock the machine. I'm going to pop the button band in place underneath, and I am going to remember to put down the buttonhole measurement here so everything gets nicely attached. I'm going to do needle down and needle up. I am going to use my handy dandy non-burning, non-bleeding finger extender, also known as a skewer, to sweep the thread out to the left. There we go. I'm going to set the presser foot down and watch. Sorry about that. I've got the tripod between my chair and the machine. All right, and now I'm going to let this sew an automatic buttonhole. Oops. I positioned it incorrectly. So I am going to break that off and start over again, and I'm going to move this farther back for the sample, because I did a test practice run because I wanted it to work. So hopefully we are going to start over again. All right, so now we're going to try it again. It does a nice straight stitch back, and what's really nice about this is that it stitches straight forward with the zigzag. It's then going to come and do the other side, and it's going to go straight backwards, and because it's doing the zigzag in the forward direction on both sides, that means you're going to have a much nicer looking buttonhole. Let's speed this up a bit. Okay, it's done. The machine tells me it's completed. I'm going to use my scissors to cut the thread. I'm going to remove it, and as you can see, I have an absolutely perfect buttonhole. I'm going to tuck a pin, if I can get it. I've got arthritis, so it's hard for me to do stuff anymore. All right, in the center, and I'm going to start my buttonhole with the seam ripper and then use scissors. Frankly, I actually bought a small awl because we all know, if it's sold for sewing, they jack the prices up. So I went to the hardware store and bought a small awl, and I use that to cut really neat buttonholes. But this is the old school way with scissors. Ta-da! And here we go. I'm going to finish snipping this. I am going to release the presser foot, and let's see if I can pull this out. Yep, and I can just pull this out, pop the button out, and there we go. It will fit perfectly. Chunk, chunk, chunk. At least it would once I trimmed. So there it goes, right through. Perfect buttonhole. There you go.